Hello and welcome to Come Talk Dance with the Cultural. Our next guest is none other than Miss Charlotte Johnson. Hello, Charlotte. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am great, and I just want to thank you for your service as a nurse, as well as all the things that you're doing during this epidemic. And I'm glad that you're safe and here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. It is my pleasure. Definitely a calling.
Yes, definitely. So, do you want to give a little introduction of yourself and your background?
Sure. So, as you stated, I am Charlotte Johnson. I was a Prancing J-Sette from 2009 to 2013. I served as captain of the Prancing J-Settes for 2011 until 2013. Um, I started dancing at the age of 12 under the direction of Shanika Kelly Lee. She was also a Princeton J-Sette. Um, I currently teach the Diamond Misses, and I work with the Purple Diamonds as well, but I predominantly teach the Diamond Misses along with Shannon. She also danced under me as a Princeton J-Sette. She's my assistant. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I am a nurse, as you stated, working in the field, and I'm also working on my bachelor's um, for nursing right now. So that's
Okay.
what I'm doing now.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, how was it transitioning from a Purple Diamond to a Prince and J set?
Okay, so a lot of people think it is a piece of cake just because we dance under a J set. So coming from PD to J set, it was still difficult because the style is similar, but it is not the same. Although we were trained by a Prancing J-Sette, she did not teach the J-Sette style. We still have a PD style, although we kind of mimic the J-Sette in a way. It's not the J-Sette style. Like, she didn't teach us J-Sette counts. We didn't mimic the J-Sette, so to speak. We still had our PD type swag. So we still had to learn the J-Sette style and adjust. It was a bit of an adjustment. So it was kind of difficult in the beginning, but it wasn't so bad because we did have that direction from Miss Shanika. It wasn't too bad, but we did have to. It was an adjustment, I would say.
Okay. Um, you also cheered, correct?
Yes, I cheered my senior year in high school. Oh my God, that was the best senior year of my life. I wish I would have cheered more. A lot of people don't know that I actually tumbled only for 1 year. I learned to flip just in that 1 year. Actually, my I started flipping my junior year of high school, and so I got all the way up to a layout just in that 1 year. So yeah, I cheered for my senior year in high school. I also played basketball That was my first love, basketball. So I started out with the guys playing basketball. I played football with the guys. I was a tomboy, so dance wasn't even something I was interested in. Honestly, that's why I started dancing so late in life. Like I was in, I think, eighth grade when I started dancing. Dancing wasn't something I was interested in. So
but
I wasn't the typical girly girl.
you're very good at it. You're very good at
Thank,
dance.
thank you, thank you.
Yes. So, one of the questions was, uh, do you have a favorite uniform?
Do I have a favorite uniform? It's so many that I love. If I just had to pick one, I know this kind of basic, but I would say Tiger Girl if I just had to pick one. But I love so many of them. Like Midnight Madness is one of my faves. Blue Icy is one of my faves. I like a lot of them. But if I
Yeah.
just had to pick one, I would say Tiger Girl. I
Yeah.
love Tiger Girl. Tiger Girl makes you look like a grown woman.
Yes. If every uniform had to go away, Tiger Girl had to stay.
Like, look, Tiger Girl has it does. Tiger Girl is that outfit.
um, did Miss Worthy ever like confuse you and Charlene while you was on the team?
Did she? Um, Not as captain. No, she never got us confused when I was captain. Maybe freshman year. Maybe I don't think I can remember her confusing us though. I don't know. Maybe Charlene remembers. I have to ask her, but I don't remember Miss Worthy ever getting us confused. Honestly. Mm-mm.
In the beginning, I couldn't tell you two apart, but now I can. There's a distinct difference in you two.
Yeah, a lot of people couldn't tell us apart. Like when
Yeah.
we first became J-Sets, it was just the twins, the twins, the twins, and it's like, oh my god. But I mean, growing up, that's all you hear is the twins, the twins, the twins, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people call us the twins, and so that's how we know. Like if you know us personally, you know we don't like to be called twin. So that's how you know. That's how we know if you know us. Like
Yeah.
if you call us twin, you don't really know us. Because we do not like to be called twin. Like, don't call me twin. Call me Charlotte or call me Charlotte. You know.
Yes.
So
Was it fun dancing with your sister?
yes, I love dancing with my sister. I mean, that's my backbone.
Yes.
We do everything together. I mean, everything. Like everything. We do everything together. So yes, I absolutely love dancing with my sister. I think the only thing that we didn't do together was when I cheered.
Oh, okay.
She didn't cheer.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Here.
So, how did you first feel being announced captain? Like, what was your emotions?
Oh my God. So I was in shock, first of all. So we were getting ready for freshmen versus upperclassmen. We were in the band hall, and my sister was recently sick during band camp or whatever, and she was just getting better. And I was so glad she was able to perform because she had been out a few days during band camp. She had like some abscess on her tonsils. They had to go in and burst them. Like it was really really bad. Like she could barely breathe, and they got them just in the nick of time. It like almost closed her airway, and so they had to go in and burst them. And she was just getting better. She had gotten well enough to be able to come back to perform for freshman versus upperclassmen. And so I was really excited about that or whatever. And Miss Worthy had called me to the back. So she called me into one of the rooms in the band hall, and she was like, "So I'm about to announce you as captain." And I was like, "Okay." So "Yeah, I've been watching you really, really closely these last couple of weeks of band camp." And she was like, I made this decision, and I really think you're gonna do well. She was like, are you? She asked me, was I ready? And she was like, yeah, but pretty much I'm about to announce you as captain. And I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And so we went back out there, and I was just in shock. Like, she called all the girls around and she announced me. And like I said, I was still in shock, and I was excited, but like literally 15, 20 minutes later, we were marching out for a first verse of classmen. And it was just overwhelming. I was nervous. It was just so many different emotions. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, it was an adrenaline rush. It was just crazy. Like,
Wow, I
I
can
don't know.
only
I was just
imagine.
filled with. I know. Like, I was just filled with so many different emotions. Like, because I really wasn't expecting it. Like, it was so very unexpected. Like, I was really the underdog. Like, I came to Jackson State to dance and enjoy, being a part of the Prancing J-Settes, but I never expected to be captain of the Prancing J-Settes. Like, that wasn't my goal. I just wanted to
Yeah.
be a part of Prancing J-Settes. So getting captain was just, oh my God, it was so overwhelming. But I was really excited when I got announced captain. It was just unexpected, to say the least. And to
So,
have to lead them 20 minutes later, it was crazy. But
like, how long did you have to make up your first dance?
so the way it worked with the first dance, we made the first dance up during band camp.
Ah,
So we had already had band camp when I was announced captain. So me, Charlene, and Miranda had been rotating during band camp to lead the girls like each day. She just kept rotating us. And so we all kind of contributed to, I think maybe it was 3 dances. I know the first dance we did was the hottest ice dance.
yes.
And so we all kind of contributed to it. And we had taken, I think, some of the accounts from one of Shankita's dance the previous year, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the way it went. But the ending of the dance, we had kind of came up with. I think I came up with the ending of the dance that year. But yeah, so we just came up with some accounts and band camp and just put it together as a team.
But it looked
Yeah,
good
just
though.
yeah, it did. Like, that's one of my favorite dances. Like, from
Yeah.
my captain year. To go back to, like, we
Yeah.
it was a collective team effort on that dance. So that's one of my favorite dances to go back and look at. Because when we did that dance, like, a lot of times it was like tens across the board. Like, we were together and the crowd really enjoyed it. And we did that dance a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that dance was made during band camp. We had already had that dance prepared. So,
Oh, okay.
hmm
So, what does a typical game day consist of during your time?
a typical game day. Whew. Okay, so we'll get up and go to the band hall. Sometimes we'll meet in the cafe and eat before the game. It just depends on if it's away or not, and if it's an early game or not. Um, but like before the game, like the way I prepare for a game, I like to get in my zone. So I'm very to myself a lot of the times anyway. And I like to listen to music. I listen to not bad music. I don't like to listen to bad music before the games. So I will listen to my Pandora station a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just listen to music and kind of get in my zone. And I like throw counts in my head, just whatever comes to me. Like, I don't think about the counts before I throw it. Whatever comes to me is what I throw. Like, I just feel the music. A lot of people like ask me a lot of times, like, how do I get the counts to go with the music? Well, you just feel the music. Like, they
Yeah.
say I throw a lot of counts perfectly to the songs, but I just feel the music. So if I feel like that, oh, that count feels good to the music. Well, that's the count I'm gonna throw. So I just feel the music. So typically during game day, I listen to music. I pray. I pray several times. Like I pray when I get up. I pray at the band hall. Um, I pray before we get off the bus. Miranda used to lead us in prayer before the game.
Yes.
Right before we marched in, every single game, just about every single game, and then right before field performance, she'll pray for us. So we used to pray at least 2 times before our performances, and that's really important to me. We were very, very, very big on faith. And then just talking to the girls, that's something we did. We were very sisterly on the squad. We did get on each other's nerves too. We we fought, we fussed, but that's one thing about my squad. Like you would never know. Like when we had something going on, you would never know. Like ever. And so once we got to the band hall, we would do makeup, get dressed, go over to the stadium. We would stretch at the stadium. If they weren't rushing us, because we did get rushed quite often. We got left one time at Southern. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yes, we got left. And so we would stretch and march in and the game. Then after the game, the girls would go out and hang out if it was a big game. On the other hand, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I didn't go out. I hardly ever went out in college, like ever. So
I went out a lot.
I'm tired, so I'm going to sleep. But yeah, that's a typical game day for me.
So, what was your vision for your team?
Okay, so someone has asked me this before. I didn't have time to have a vision for my team 2011, honestly, because the way it happened for me 2011, it was just so unexpected. I was pressed for time.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to think about, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. I just didn't have time for that. It was, you're captain of the Prancing J-Settes. Let's get it. Let's go. That's kind of what it was for me. So I didn't have time to get a vision for 2011. I just kind of picked up the pieces and ran with it. So 2011 was kind of my growth season, I would say. I just learned a lot 2011. But 2012, my vision for my squad was to just be unified. That was my vision. I wanted to be unified. I wanted to be disciplined. I wanted to just be at the top. I wanted to be the traditional J-Sette squad that everyone was used to.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on top. I wanted to be that J-Sette squad that everyone was used to. I wanted to keep tradition. I wanted to bring in a new kind of flair, but keep that J-Sette swag as well, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So you would see like me bringing in some counts. You would see me bringing in some stunts, and I'm really big on stunts. I love stunts because I feel like that's my strong point. I feel like I'm creative, so I kind of tried to bring in my strong points, but stick to tradition at the same time. So that's kind of what I had my vision was. I wanted to be unified. I wanted to be creative, but also stick to tradition at the same time.
Yeah, you had that Saki mentality with stunts.
I didn't want to overpower though. I didn't want to go above and beyond with stunts. Maybe I did a little, but I didn't want to do too much. I
Yeah.
just didn't. I don't. I wanted to have that wow factor. I wanted the fans to want more, and I wanted others around us to see why we're the best. You know, I
Yeah.
wanted to. I wanted to push others to want to do more as well. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
the J-Sets are the best for a reason because we do things that others can't. You know,
Yes.
so
So, so did you ever get discouraged as a captain?
yes. And if any other captain tells you that she's never been discouraged as a captain, I will tell you she's probably not telling the truth. Yes, I mean, and it's not just about dancing. I mean, in school, in life, period, you just get discouraged sometimes. So yes, I've been discouraged at one point, but it's not enough to make you say I don't want to do this or this isn't for me. Um, yeah, I've been discouraged before, but
But you persevered,
it
though.
yeah, definitely, definitely. That's why you have teammates around you, you have a sponsor, you have alumni, you have family members, you have previous captains, you have so many people around you that support you that you can reach out to. You just have to be strong, you have to be tough, you have to have tough skin to be the Prancing J-Sette Captain because there's so many people that want to see you fail. There's so many people that don't want to see you as captain. So many people who wish someone would have got it over you, you know. But I mean, people have their opinion,
Yeah.
and hey, I mean that's perfectly fine because for everyone who didn't want you to have that position, it's two more people that did want you to have that position, and so you can't get so caught up in the people that are negative towards you. You have to look at those who are positive and those who are supporting you. You know,
Yes.
so yeah, I've been discouraged, but I learned really, really quickly to look at the positive versus the negative. That's
So,
what I did.
so what would be your advice to someone auditioning for the Prince and J sets?
My advice would be first and foremost to always just be humble. Number one, be humble. Don't go in thinking that, oh, I was the best on my high school squad or I was the best on my community squad because JSS is a whole different league. I mean, it's a whole different league. It's a whole different ballpark. So go in being humble. Number two, be yourself. Don't go in and try to be someone you're not. Be yourself and do your best. Don't overdo it. Um, and stick to what you know. Don't do what you think wants, like everyone wants to see. Do do what you know. Do what you know. And do what you can do. Like
Yes.
you know. Yeah, and be confident. A lot of people they're not confident in like from some auditions that I've seen, like you have to be confident to be a J-Set. Like you have to be confident because and J-Set's auditions can be very, very, very intimidating because some of those girls, I mean, they're fearless. And like I said, you have to be confident to be a Prancing J-Set. So be confident, be fearless. Even if you are scared to absolute death. I mean, because freshman versus upperclassmen, that was me. I was like literally nervous to death, but I couldn't perform like that because they would have ate me alive.
Yes.
So you just have to be confident.
So, who idea was it for Mill to join you guys on the field in 2011 at the Capital City Classic?
I think that was her sponsor's idea, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was her sponsor's idea.
Okay.
I loved it. I was so
Yeah,
happy.
I did too.
Yeah, I was, I was
Yeah,
so happy. I was excited about that one.
yeah. Cause
That was
part,
a secret well kept.
cause part of the routine was her audition piece, wasn't it?
Yeah, we saved that routine, especially for her to be able to come back and
Oh,
perform
okay.
for
Yeah,
with us. Hmm. Yeah.
yeah. So the next question is, so what was the process behind the routine at Gramble in 2011 till the world ends?
Gremlin 2008. What was the process? Oh, okay. Oh my God. No, we performed that routine one time. So sad. Rest in peace to that routine. But their routine was so easy to come up with. Oh my God. So that was a collective routine as well. And believe it or not, we came up with that routine so quickly. Like, I don't even know. I mean, we came up with that routine like I think I put the girls in groups and we put that routine together like in one practice.
That's
Like,
good.
yeah, like I had a creative line that year and I put them all in like groups of two or three maybe. And I just told them, look, go to work. And they put to work. And so I had my ideas and I kind of knew what I wanted for that routine. And like I knew how I wanted it to start. I knew I wanted us to start off, in one straight line like we did. And I wanted the alternating parts. And I
Yeah.
wanted us to kind of like just disperse across. Like, you know how we started in that one line with the alternating parts and then after that,
Yeah.
and then we all can just kind of dispersed across and you saw Morgan traveling,
Yeah.
well, listen, I'm sorry, Morgan. I didn't know you had to go all the way across like that, but so yeah, I knew I knew I wanted that dance to kind of be a lot of movement and just
Yes.
upbeat and fun. And that's exactly what you got from that dance.
Yeah.
Like upbeat and fun. But we put that dance together like really, really quickly. One practice in groups and everybody contributed to that dance. Like everybody. So it wasn't hard to put that dance together at all. Um, I just recorded. We had a creative night that night. I recorded what everyone had made up, and I kind of just put it together. I went home and put it together,
That's
and
dope.
added some stuff, took some stuff out, and just put it together. Mhm.
Are there any tips you would give on becoming more flexible?
The only thing I can say about becoming flexible is you have to absolutely stretch like to the max. You can't just, and I would say stretch every single day. Like you can't skip days and think you're gonna get better. Like you have to stretch continuously and stretch good. Like some people will stretch and be like, "Oh, I'm done," and like when it starts to hurt, they'll stop. But when
Mm-mm.
it hurts, it means
It's
you're
working.
getting better. Yeah, it's supposed to hurt. So you have to stretch like continuously and keep a routine. Like the J-Sets, we used to practice Monday through Friday, and we stretched for an hour every single day. So those kids weren't at 12 o'clock for no reason.
So it says you contribute to so many new counts. How did you come up with them but still stick to the J set style?
Um, I mean, like I said, I wanted to. bring in new stuff, but still stick to tradition. So you can tell like when something is not I'm not gonna say vibing, but you can tell when something is like not. Oh, that doesn't look J City, or that
Yeah.
looks some. You know what I mean? Like, so if I was to make up something and the girls did it and it didn't look like they said, I'm like, oh, no, that's not it. Or let's change it. You know. So I don't know. I just if I felt like it wasn't J City or traditional, I would change it.
Okay.
But I also, I wasn't scared to evolve or add like new elements either, you know. But it's a way to evolve and still stick to tradition as well.
So, one fan wants to know, why haven't you danced with alumni yet?
Um, I haven't danced with alumni just yet because of nursing school. So nursing school is tough. I mean, it's hard. And in the fall, with the first performance, when I was eligible to go back and perform, I was just starting nursing school, and so it just wasn't an option at that time. School was just my priority, and I just had to focus on school. But I promise, you'll see me soon, guys. You'll see me soon.
For the 50th?
Yeah,
That's the that's the next question.
yeah. For the 50th, I will be out there.
So, how are you able to maintain high academics and stay dedicated to the Prancing J-Settes?
So academics has always been important to me. I'm still in school now. I think I'm gonna be in school all my life. No, seriously. My mom is a stickler for school. She's always preached that education is very important, and so has Miss Shanika. I mean, just coming up dancing, grades has always been important. Academics has always been important, and so that's just been instilled in me. So, um, going to college, that's just that's my priority. Although I did go to Jackson State and I became a Prancing J-Sette and I got captain, yes, that was a priority, but my academics was my first priority. So school will always top J-Sette, period. And although I was the captain of the Prancing J-Sette, my academics would come first. So if I felt like my academics was suffering because of J-Sets, I would back off. I mean, at the end of the day, my goal is to get a degree, not to dance. I mean, let's just be honest.
I mean, it
Um,
is. You paying all that money. You gotta you gotta make sure
do
you
you hear
do.
that? So, so yes, I mean, I'm very big on school, and that was just my goal. That was my priority. So I prioritized my time. I was very dedicated to my squad and my team, but I just prioritized. I work as well, so I prioritized. I worked after I did my schoolwork, so I had a schedule. I did my schoolwork first, and then I focused on my field shows and stands or whatever I had to do, and then I worked. So that's the way it went. It was schoolwork, J sets, and then working.
Yeah, you have to manage your time properly. Definitely.
Definitely, definitely. Yes, school will always come first. Always.
So, if you could talk with the new captain of the Prince and J-Settes, what advice would you give them?
I could talk. Oh, okay. So, I would tell the new captain it's okay to be perfectly imperfect. No one's perfect, and don't try to be. You're not going to please everyone, so don't try to be yourself. Um, just do you. Be true to yourself. Be true to your girls, and lead by example. Um, and most of all, enjoy it. I mean, I absolutely love being a Prancing J-Sette, although it was absolutely tiring dancing 4 years. A lot of people don't understand how tiring being a J-Sette can be. But I absolutely love. Um, Although it can be a lot of critics that can sometimes get to you, brush it off and enjoy it. I mean, like I said, I absolutely love being a Prancing J-Sette. You meet so many people, you form so many bonds, and the bonds last forever. Like I'll text my girl still to this day. We still talk, we still FaceTime, we still visit each other. Like we're going on a trip next month, prayerfully. Corona go on about her business. So I mean, just enjoy being a Prince and J said, enjoy, you know, dancing. Just enjoy it.
So, how did you feel like being able to dance in front of Shankita at 2012 Southern Heritage Classic? Like, with her right in front of you.
I know. Oh my God, when I saw Shan, that was like the biggest smile ever. A lot of people said they didn't see me smile much, but you probably saw me smile. And I saw Shan, Mama Shan. So that was very special moment for me. I love Shan. That's Mama Keita there. It was awesome. Of course, you always want to see alumni come to support you, but especially your captain, to have your captain to come back and support you, and then to be cheering you on. I know like one of the songs, I think another star or one of the fan songs, like I started throwing the count to what was it? This count. I was like, oh, that's out the count to from Coming to America, the second count. The
Yeah.
count. That's not a count, but I mean it's in Coming to America. But I was gonna throw it as a count. I'm like, oh my God, why am I throwing it? So, um, she was like, that's all right, that's all right. So I just stood there for a minute and then I do another count or whatever. So to have that support and encouragement, that was awesome. But she was thoroughly pleased, and it was just awesome to have her there and support me, and it was a great feeling to have her there. I was really happy to see her.
So, who was one of the J sets previously before you that you looked up to?
So I didn't start watching J-Sets until 2007. I was a senior in 2009, and I didn't start going to Jackson State games with Miss Shanika until 2007. So all I saw was Saki, Chloe, and those were the only two Jackson State captains that I had seen. So I mean, I only saw them in person. I didn't, and I wasn't like on social media and YouTube and things like that. So I only saw them like at a few games and maybe in a few parades. So I wasn't real big um on following the J-Sets and things like that. And I'm not one of those girls that wanted to be a J-Set all my life. That's just not
Yeah.
my that's not my story. So I really didn't have, a captain or someone that I really just looked up to besides Miss Shanika. She's the one that, oh, you heard Jay said, and that's, kind of how Jay says came about, with me dancing under her. And then I started going to the games with her. That's how I kind of got my introduction into the J Set life. But it wasn't just like, oh my God, I want to be a J Set. Like, so my senior year, it just kind of happened, like, it just really did. It's just, because I just fell in love with dancing. Like, the bond that we had from Jackson, because I started off on Jackson Jewels. I didn't start off on Purple Diamonds. I got on Purple Diamonds in 2007. So yeah, I was on Jackson Jewels when I first started out, and just the bonds that we had made from Jackson Jewels and then over into PD, it was just like I love dancing and I just wanted to continue dancing. So it's not really, someone that I just look up to or. But as I became a J Set, well, when I became a J Set, that's when I started going back and watching videos, and I'm like, oh my God, like
You got a lot
I
to
learned,
learn.
yeah, like I learned about the history, and then I started to meet, all these wonderful women, and just learning about the culture. Like, it's just amazing, the tradition.
Yeah.
And then I learned that Afro Shana lived in my neighborhood, and I'm just like, oh my God, it was crazy. So that's when I think I learned a lot about just JC's overall, and that's when I grew to like look up to certain women, and that's when I started to like look up to Shan. Like, Shan will always be the JCs that I would look up to, just because she was my captain and she taught me just so much about JCs. She taught me literally everything. From stands to just everything. After Shauna, she was one of the J-Sets that when I became captain, she was one of the ones that would like just tell me little things, because Shan had moved out of state, so she wasn't around as much. But of course, she was only a phone call away. But after Shauna was, like I said, lived in my neighborhood, and she was at the games all the time, and she was just telling me little things. So she would be one of my favorite captains, and although it's not very many videos, I would go back and watch videos of her, and she just would be one of my favorite captains, just because of the way that she kind of, I guess, grew to took to me, and just, I don't know, she just kind of would tell me little things. I just appreciate her presence during my captain reign. She would give me a viewpoint of the captain. She would give me a viewpoint of Alumni J-Sette, just different viewpoints. And then Saki, I just love Saki energy, and she explains it to me. Oh my God, Saki is just. Whew. So Saki is another one that I just look up to. I love Saki.
Yes.
That would be those three would be probably the top three that I just kind of grew to look up to once I became a Prancing J-Sette.
So the next question is, so what is your favorite count that you made up?
That I made up? Oh, okay. So my favorite count that I made up, I guess my favorite fast count, this one. Let me show you this one. That one, that fast count.
Oh yes.
That's my favorite fast. Um, Let's see. My favorite slow. I have a lot of favorite slows. I love I love this one
Oh yes.
and I love this one. That one. Those two are probably my favorites. Oh, this one too. I don't know. I don't know. I had a lot of slows. My favorite mid. What mid did I mess up? Oh, this is my favorite mid. That one.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was my favorite. But my favorite overall count. This is my favorite. I don't know why. I just love it count. It's
It's
simple
it's
but cute.
it's a very it's a bucky count.
I love that count.
So one of the questions is, could or can you wear your natural hair on the team?
Yeah, you can wear your natural hair. I wore my natural hair my freshman year and looked like a fool. But I mean, yeah, there's no rule that says you can't wear your natural hair. I just think Tamla wore her natural hair and Nissa wore her natural hair. Um so I mean you just do what you think it looks best. So yeah, you wear your natural hair. There's no rule that says you can't.
Was there something that you wanted to bring to the team that Miss Worthy said,
Um let's see. Did she ever tell me no to something? She probably did. I just can't remember. Let me tell you, I used to sneak and teach the girls stuff before. Like I'll teach them stand or something before Miss Worthy got there. And then because a lot of people don't know, but we didn't practice stands. Like when I was camping, practicing stands was not heard of. I mean, we just didn't have the time. So it was very, very rare. We would probably practice stands like during a bye week or something, but like we just didn't have time. I mean,
Yeah.
we just didn't. So that's one of the like if I could change something during my captain reign, that would be something like I would make sure we had that time to practice stands because stands are just as important as the field. But we didn't practice stands. We didn't have time. So I would want to practice stands more. If that was something that I could go back and choose. But we just did. We were practicing on about something like practice stands throughout the week. No, that's unheard of. I can't think of anything that Miss Worthy told me no no to. I'm sure she did though. I'm sure she did. I'm trying to think though. I'm sure she did. She did let us go back up the ramp a few times. Like I was adamant about like Miss Worthy. I like going back up the ramp after halftime. So she did let us do that quite a few times during my captain reign. So that was something that she did let us do, but I can't think of anything just yet. I'm sure she did though.
um, I think that is the last question that we have. I think.
Okay.
Um. Uh. There's one more question. What are
Okay.
some things you think should be brought back or tweaked by the J-Sex?
Some things that I think should be brought back. Um hmm.
Well, they just said things. I'm thinking like traditions or things that used to be done that you think should be brought back.
Ooh,
It is an open ended question.
I know. I mean, trying to put you on the spot here. I don't know. Let me see. Some things I think should be brought back. I don't know, guys. I know you. No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they don't do. I mean, I haven't. I don't know. I don't know what they don't do.
uh, I have two more questions. One
Okay.
question is, oh God, I lost the question. um, I just had the question. Uh, well, I'm gonna go to the other question. Um,
Okay.
so how for the Capital City Classic this past season, you guys brought the girl. Well, no, you gave the girls at the Capital City Classic 2018 certificates. Like, how did that make those girls feel? What was their reaction to that?
Oh,
The
yeah. So
seniors.
yeah, I do that every year. I give the seniors the gift every year. So I don't know. I guess they feel good. I guess they feel good. They seem to be thankful. They always send a thank you. Like I got Kayla and them something as well. I did them a little basket. I usually just give it to Chloe and I have her to put it on their seat after they get off the bus for the game so that they'll have it once they get back on the bus from the
Yeah.
game. But I always do it for the seniors every year. I've been doing it I think I skipped one year because of nursing school, but I try to do it every year for the seniors just to show them that they're appreciated because you don't get many seniors for J sets and me being a senior and dancing all 4 years, I just know how hard it is to be dedicated and to be a part of a squad for 4 years or 3 years. So some people don't dance all 4 years, but just to be a senior and to be dedicated to a squad, I just like to show my appreciation for the seniors and just show them and welcome them to the alumni side as well. I usually get them either something saying Alumni Prancing J-Sette or welcome to alumni or something like that, just to show my appreciation for
Yes.
them. And it's,
And it is much needed because school in itself is not easy. If it was easy,
yeah,
everybody would go.
exactly. So yeah, I
Yeah.
usually do it for the students every year. I've been doing it for a few years now. So yeah, I do it every year.
So when you hear people call you legendary, like what does that make you feel like?
It depends on who it is. And I say that because so I say that because legendary is a huge word. It's humbling, first of all. It's definitely humbling. But some people will call you legendary just because they like you or you did this one specific thing or just because. But some people will go to war behind you and state facts why they feel like you're legendary and
Yes.
and some others will just throw you in the category of legendary and it's just like but I'm not. you know and so I didn't understand the multitude of legendary in the beginning. Like right after I graduated, people will say, oh, she's legendary, and it's just like I hear Afroshana being called legendary, and she's been gone for years or whatever. So I really respect her title as legendary. So it's like, to put me in a category as legendary, that's a huge deal because I feel like Afroshana really is legendary. After
Most
all
definitely.
these years, yes, after all these years to constantly hear her name as legendary, that says a lot. So I'm like,
But
if in years my name is still as legendary, then maybe you got a point. You know what I mean? So
because she
it,
stay coming
it's
back.
definitely yes, it's definitely humbling. It's definitely humbling, and I love that people view me as legendary and appreciate what I brought to the J sets, and appreciate my craft because I definitely um, contributed much time and energy, and I was very dedicated to the Prancing J-Sette. And then, given the circumstances of being, the underdog and just having to grow pretty much right in front of you guys' eyes, to be even considered legendary, it's just so humbling. Like, I mean, it's humbling to me. Like, it's very humbling. But back to what I was saying, like, depending on who it comes from, like, when I hear the fans say it really warms my heart because our fans can be so critical sometimes
And cruel.
to where, oh my God, oh my God, they really can. They can be so critical and just eat you alive sometimes. So it really warms my heart to hear fans say that, and you see them debate a lot of times about it, and it's fine. I mean, but to hear them say it really warms my heart, and like I said, it's humbling. But to see alumni J sets and current J sets say things like that, it's just a different level of
It is.
yeah, it's just a different level because you have actual sisters that feel this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they know what you brought
So
and all those type of things.
exactly. So it's definitely humbling, and it makes you feel good. It really does. It really does.
One thing that I really admired about you were your true perseverance of retrying out after you didn't make it that spring. So like, tell us how did that make you feel, and what did you do to persevere and pick yourself back up and go back out there and try out again?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was literally like crushed behind that. That was the absolute worst experience of my tenure at Jackson State. Um, it took everything in me to leave out of that gym that night. So I had talked to several alumni J sets. I think I talked to Keita, I talked to Miss Shanika, Miss Worthy had talked to me. Just a lot of J sets had talked to me, and then my mom had talked to me, and they just told me, it's okay. Miranda didn't make it either, so her and I, we both just and we encouraged each other, and we were like, this is just a little bump in the road, a minor setback, so we're gonna
Yeah.
make it a major comeback, and so that's exactly what we did, and
Yeah.
our
Look,
I did.
sometimes you get tested
Oh,
to
definitely,
see if you really
definitely.
love it.
Exactly. And So God definitely worked on our behalf, and lo and behold, look what happened. So come July, we made it, and a month later, I was announced captain. So God was definitely on my side. So
Okay.
yeah, it was definitely a learning experience to say the least. Because, like I said, that's one of those discouraging moments that you were asking me about, and I was definitely discouraged. But you can't let stuff like that get you down, because you have to know your worth. You have to know that little things like this will happen, but you have to know your ability and what you're capable of, and that goes back to being confident. And so
Correct.
my confidence is really, really high, and I knew I could do it. Everybody knows my memory is horrible. My memory is horrible, and so I had to prove to myself. It wasn't about anyone else. It wasn't about none of that. It was about proving to myself that I could do it. I had
Yeah.
been a JSF for 2 years, so I had to prove to myself that I could do it. And so in July, I did. I came my first
Yeah.
round.
That's
It was
good.
me and Tamla. It came my first round, so
Okay.
I did it. Hmm.
That's your testimony. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I want to thank you for taking your time out and speaking with me and the fans. I really appreciate it. And hopefully in the future we can do something like a camp or something for the fans because they love your creativity.
Oh, definitely,
Yes.
definitely. You are welcome. Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye, honey.